Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to enter. It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see Kirk Cousins. He comes in 5th in passing touchdowns so far. It's the Falcons and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat?
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance, and he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Robinson. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Cousins now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. And last year it was the Achilles, and now Kirk Cousins in pain again. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Nicole Hardman, the return man for the Chiefs. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC. Greg?
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and taken in by Tony. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Pacheco. Finds room inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very...
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelce.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's his second touchdown of the year. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Mooney in motion. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on first down. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run with Robinson. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense back onto the field for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now, Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Nice job there by Kelsey moving the chains, and to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level. You can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's complete left side to Tony. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's hauled in at the 2.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Third and goal. Mahomes. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And this is caught! Wow, the decision to go pays off. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's got his man, it's Mooney. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd and 5. Here's Cousins. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll run it here with Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Cousins now. That's caught right side. It's London. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Algier. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Play action now. It's Cousins. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's 3rd down and goal. Now, Cousins. To the goal line and in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Hardman now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up.
And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray McCloud on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got a man. That's Tony. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They put Kelce in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
On the option, here's Robinson. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. 2nd and 7. Tight end motioning left. Cousins now on 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 33 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Cousins. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, Cousins. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelce.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, where you see the final score there. Chuba Hubbard. Tough to stop there. Over 200 yards on the ground with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, a strong performance there. Over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our first doubleheader of the year. Jaguars, Bills at 7:30, followed by Commanders and Bengals kicking off 45 minutes later. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Caden Ellis in on that stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Cousins now. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Nice run that time, and Bijan Robinson, I mean, what can you say, Mike, about his rookie season? Over 1,400 yards from scrimmage, and you know what the crazy part is? I think there's a lot of room for him to continue to improve both himself and the system that he's operating in.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Cousins on the bootleg. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. A short one caught by Kelsey. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Down the field, he's got Kelsey. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Cousins going to throw. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Cousins. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On third down, it's Robinson. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Another run here for Robinson. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Algier. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Throwing his Cousins. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Cousins. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Here's a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Kirk Cousins. Touchdown, Atlanta. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They put Kelsey in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's complete left side to Tony. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So,
and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kadarius Toney. Touchdown, KC. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Butker now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Tight end going in motion here. Cousins now on second down. He gets this one to Moore. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Cousins to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. On the ground, it's Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. It's Cousins. A high throw over the middle that's taken in. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. Cousins. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Falcons. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That pass caught right side by Tony. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
First down throw, Mahomes to the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a great look here, Mike, when you have a very versatile tight end, the ability to move him around. He's like the ultimate chess piece. In this snap, he's lined up in the slot. His ability to get downfield and use that big body, when you're going against these zone defenses, oftentimes that's the vulnerability of the coverage. The ball was on time, the ball was accurate, and then his big tight end, he just did the rest.
Tony, the man in motion. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. There's that man again, another catch. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That'll be taken in by Moore. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Mooney in motion. Here's Robinson. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A first down throw for Cousins. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Algier. The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. Cousins gonna throw. And he'll take it on in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown Atlanta. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Hardman now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Caden Ellis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. They'll go again with Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. They'll drop to throw. That one is caught by Mooney. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Throw across his body is complete. They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They send the tight end in motion. That's complete to Rice. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. On first down, Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That's caught! And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.